Hey there, and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now, there are, of course, a lot of teenagers across the state of Texas who've been navigating their summer breaks with much more free time than when they were in school, which probably means that they're spending a lot more time on things like social media. So, naturally, parents can think about this and, wonder if there are any particular ways that they can help to keep their teens safe online, and if there are any tools or resources that can help them manage their young adults' overall digital experience. That's why we're so excited that Meta rolled out a new parental supervision tool in VR that has all new features, allowing guardians to really supervise their teens when it comes to Instagram. And it's really helpful because these new implementations can even help to identify concerning behaviors, with an increase in resources provided in the Family Center Education Hub. See, 95% of teens do have access to a microphone, and so it's important for parents to really sit down and just have an honest conversation, with their teens when it comes to their internet use. And now with these updates, Meta's making it easier on other platforms too, like Facebook, WhatsApp, and even Oculus. Because this is so important and so helpful, we went ahead and caught up with a Meta spokesperson about what you need to know exactly.
Hi everyone, I'm Roya Winner over at Meta, and I'm excited to share some updates that we're providing to help parents and teens get in control of supervision in VR and on Instagram. Yeah, so we recently launched new tools and resources designed to support parents, guardians, and teens across all of our technologies by really putting the tools in the hands of parents and teens because we know they're the best to make these decisions. These parental supervision tools are in virtual reality for all Quest headsets, and we've added some more information and resources for parents to our Meta Family Center and supervision tools on Instagram, like the ability for parents to send invites to teens to initiate parental supervision, so there has to be a connection there that they make together, and to set specific time limits on their teens' use of Instagram. Totally. So we're working with a team of experts to understand, and we've worked with them in an ongoing way. So this is more of a continuation of a lot of that work. But, we've all been sort of down when you're scrolling and scrolling, you may not even realize how much time has passed. So we're adding these nudges to help teens sort of, when you set that specific time limit, know that it might be time to take a break or maybe explore a different topic through the Explore features. And so this is all sort of these nudges that are light and gentle, but also sort of help people kind of check in with themselves and what they need in that moment. And so it gives a chance, and we did this through working with some Gen Z creators as well, to help them also encourage you to take a break in Reels. So we're also making, finding new ways to reach people in this way. And then this is really just another step in developing sort of in these intuitive supervision tools informed by experts, but also teens and their parents, because they're the ones using it on a daily basis. So we want to make sure that these tools are reflective of what they need. Absolutely. I'm happy to share the link. We have our Meta Family Center, because if you think about it, my parents are on the older side. Technology came to us when it was nothing that they grew up with. And so there's a bit of a gap still, I think, between the way parents are using technology and the way teens are. And that gap will get smaller over time. But right now we want to make sure that parents have all the resources they need. There's videos, there's documents, there's ways to sort of go deep, especially in an area like VR, right? It's new for so many of us. Being able to have parents in the driver's seat with their teens is really important, and having the resources to know even what questions to ask and what information to get is just as important. So this is part of our ongoing commitment to make sure teens are safe on our platforms, and also that families have the information that they need and are empowered by that information to make the best choices for themselves and their families. So as a parent myself, my kids are still too young, they're 3 and 1, to be using technology, but I'm so glad to see that we've got tools like this for parents who have old enough kids to do this, in the hopes that as my own kids grow, I will be equipped to have these conversations with them as they get bigger.
You can check out familycenter.instagram.com for more information on how to implement these tools and resources in your teen's life to help keep them safe and happy navigating their social media accounts online. And since art is such a passionate form of expression, we thought it'd be cool to show you what else it can do, rather. So according to EasyScienceForKids.com, a lot of artists used to use resources like fire, red clay, or naturally colored pigments from natural things like plants. And the site says that artists can often work with different kinds of products like oil paints, water, color, chalk, pencils, and more. And since we talked about technological advancements earlier, artists today can nowadays just even work on pieces via their computers or their tablets, which of course is pretty cool. The site also says that artists can use photos, video, metal, and even plastic to create masterpieces. Did you know, for example, that there are a lot of professional artists who even make different works out of recycled material? Things like old water bottles, used clothes, and even abandoned fishing gear. Of course, a lot of these pieces often have a hidden message behind it, like sharing the importance of reducing, reusing, and recycling, or highlighting key points of a movie or a book or a product. And did you know that a lot of artists make good careers out of designing work for cereal boxes, businesses, or even personal homes? And artists often use certain vocabulary to help form more elaborate work, things for their particular field that they can focus on to help communicate various sentiments and portray different messages to the viewer and to other artists. The site outlines that artists express themselves or a particular notion through their work. They share emotions, use 3D art, and different pigments to be creative, and all of these mediums allow them to really create unique pieces. And if you're an artist yourself, then you might be wondering how you might become a better one. Well, the site says that it can be fun to just doodle or go with the flow when creating artwork, of course. But it's also fun to learn from some of the greats and just take some of their techniques to implement into your own masterpieces. And did you know that about 100,000 years ago, people used to be buried after passing away with different artistic objects that represented who they were, their legacy? Maybe that included special emotionally tied jewelry or small sculptures. And this is because, again, the site outlines that, art can be one of the most powerful forms of expression. And of course, as we've seen it can hold the same powerful sentiments through generations and generations, which is pretty amazing. So that's all we've got for now, but thanks again so much for hanging out with us today, and be sure to tune in again next time for more fun. And since you now know how to safely navigate through social media like your teen, don't forget to follow our team online for peeks at what we're filming at the show and for your chance at your comment or question to be featured on air. And while you're online, you can also visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. We've got all that and so much more next time on Valley Pura Vida. We'll see you then.